welcome back to another edition of NXT Out of 10. Can you believe we're at another takeover, however rushed it may feel? And it is the go home show already. So we've got big show of previews, face to face, Shawn Michaels on the show, can't complain, let's get straight in. Kicked off with Shotzi Blackheart versus Dakota Kai, and cool, this was a great match. Shotzi was on top early on after hitting a modified Indian Deathlock. A backbreaker connected, however, leaving Blackheart in pain and reversed it. Kai was then on top before Blackheart avoided a go-to kick, but she was still booted in the face. However, Blackheart responded with a slit switchblade. Kai missed a big boot in the corner and was rolled up with a schoolboy. 6.75 out of 10. This was really good, was not expecting anything like this. Scott and Santos Escobar were having an argument about their match on Takeover before we got Cameron Grimes out for a squash match against Joey Pesquito. He beat him in 2 seconds with a cave-in before he was doing his own little thing before Ridge Holland came out and absolutely obliterated him in seconds. 6.5 out of 10. Good to get Ridge Holland in the grab, and it didn't really affect Cameron Grimes. Former NXT Cruiserweight Champion Tony Nese was out next for a match against Kushida. Tony Nese sent Kushida out for a pump handle slam and was on top early on before Kushida trapped Nese's arms and stomped him into the match. After the match, the hoverboard lock was in for Kushida to get the win. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. After the match, Velveteen Dream appeared on the screen. This was just a squash match for Kushida, really. Got him in a good move for the match against Velveteen Dream, and it didn't really harm Tony Nese. After Cameron Grimes was confronted by Dexter Lumis, Adam Cole was out next, telling us how Kyle O'Reilly was disrespected, and he is great, and he's going to beat Finn Balor. Before Austin Theory came out, ran him down, and so we got a match. Cole laid into Theory early on and put him into the steps. However, Theory got on top early on following a standing moonsault. A pump kick and a Uranagi dropped Theory, however, and a second super kick then put Theory away after the last shot. 6.75 out of 10. This was a really great match. It's just a shame that Theory lost again, because otherwise this would have been easy a 7. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. Next up, it was Kaden Carter versus Xia Li. Lee dragged Carter to the floor, dropping her off the apron, which was a really nice spot. Lee kept on hitting chops and punches before Kaden Carter got a roll up for the win. 6.25 out of 10 for me. Wasn't really as good as the other women's match earlier on the show, but it still wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. Next up, we got the face-to-face confrontation between Balor and O'Reilly, with Shawn Michaels hosting it. Michaels said Balor is definitely at the peak of his career, but he's facing off against the best-kept secret of NXT. Balor then put over O'Reilly. O'Reilly put on over Balor before Balor said he's going to win, and O'Reilly said he was going to win, but it didn't actually descend into a fight. This wasn't as bad as normal contract signings face-off thing, so I'll give it a 6.75 out of 10. Our main event, it was Priest and Shirai versus LeRae and Gargano. The Gargano family attempted to jump their opponents before the match, however it didn't work and Gargano got hit with a big boot before Candice came in and she blocked a German suplex, hitting a schoolboy for a 2 count. It didn't work that way though, as Priest got back in control. During the break, LeRae took over, but as we returned, Shirai was back in control. Gargano broke up a pinfall following it looked like Shirai was going to win. Priest tagged in, but a low blow from LeRae allowed Gargano to hit a one final beat for the win. I'm going to give this a 6.75 out of 10. This was a really great match. And yeah, a really good show to be honest. All this week, NXT gets a 6.75 out of 10. This was a much better show than I was expecting, to be honest. I was expecting just to be a normal go-home show. Just wasn't expecting much of it, but it far exceeded expectations, and for that reason I'm going to give the Wednesday Night War this week for a change to NXT. AEW is a good show like it always was, consistent, but it just didn't really have any standout moments as you could kind of expect. But NXT, this go home show, was really great, so I think they deserve the win this week for a change. But anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, link to the below for daily wrestling news. Let me know your thoughts about NXT and the Wednesday Night War in the comments down below. And subscribe to my other channels on the screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace!